God, you're father, man.
What's good, YouTube? How y'all doing today? It's your boy, the one and only King Trent TV, and I'm back for another video. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, get y'all popcorn ready, because I ain't gonna lie. We have a new Western Conference champion. The San Antonio Spurs are going to the NBA Finals, ladies and gentlemen. Holy cow. Hold my beer. I'm not gonna lie. This series been fun. Game 1 was fun. Game 2 was probably a blowout. Game 3, blowout. Game 4, blowout. Game 5, blowout. Game 6, blowout. This game, cool. But I ain't gonna lie, it's been fun though. It's been fun. You know, it's not like it was close. Like, some of these games in this series was not really close for real. Like, game 1 was probably the closest game because that shit went to double overtime. But I feel like, man, the Spurs is the Thunder killer. I told you, if it's one team, I told my friend Dion, if it's one team that can stop his team, it will be the San Antonio Spurs. They built for it. They built to kill the Thunder. They the only team I think in the NBA that can actually kill the Thunder and destroy the Thunder and stop the Thunder. They the dynasty stopper. You know what I'm saying? They was the dynasty stopper. And people saying that the Thunder could be a dynasty. I felt like, yeah, they are. They still gonna be a nice little dynasty. They still a young team, right? They still a young team, right? The Thunder are. But I felt like, or to become a dynasty, you gotta win some rings. You gotta win more than one championship. You gotta win like a couple of them things. You gotta win 2, 3 in a row to become a dynasty. And I felt like the Spurs was gonna be in a way of creating that dynasty. And I ain't gonna lie, for them, kudos to the Spurs for stopping the Oklahoma City Thunder for winning, from going back to the finals. Because I ain't gonna lie, if they had to play the Knicks, I ain't gonna lie, they was gonna wipe the Knicks out. No disrespect to the New York Knicks, I felt like the goddamn Thunder would have beat those guys in 5 games, and that finals would have been boring as shit. But I feel like this finals though, the Spurs and Knicks finals is actually gonna be fire. It's gonna be fire. That finals is gonna be fire, and I just can't wait. I'm gonna do my prediction video on that. You know what I'm saying? I definitely gonna come out with my prediction. Actually, I'm gonna do that shit tomorrow on a live stream. But I ain't gonna hold you. But let's talk about tonight's game. So my boy Champagne come out here spreading that vodka, getting that Hennessy going, you know what I'm saying? And he was hitting every 3. That brother was cooking. Every time he shot the ball, it's like it was just going in. It was kept on swish after swish after swish after swish after swish. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie to y'all guys, man. The Spurs, man. Excuse me. The Spurs, man. They a team you just can't mess with, man. You just can't mess with them boys, man. You just can't mess with them. And I'm so excited to see that the San Antonio Spurs is back on top of the NBA. I'm excited of that. You know why I'm excited for that? Because I feel like, as a former Spurs fan, yeah, I ain't gonna lie, people won't be like, how, former Spurs fan, why are you a former Spurs fan? Well, because of Kawhi Leonard situation. The Kawhi Leonard situation happened back in the day, you know what I'm saying, with that, and it kind of the Spurs kind of threw me off, you know what I'm saying. It kind of made me dislike them. But now I'm looking at it, I do fuck with Victor though. I might not like the Spurs as much because of the Kawhi Leonard situation, but I do fuck with Victor. And Victor, man, as my dad say, he's the next Tim Duncan. He might be the next Tim Duncan. We might have seen the next Tim Duncan before our hands, man. That's crazy. Man. Because I think Tim Duncan in his 3rd year, he won the NBA title. And he won the NBA title in his 3rd year as a San Antonio Spur. And guess who he played against? Guess who? The New York Knicks. He played against the New York Knicks. And guess what? The Spurs. Victor in his third year. Guess who he's playing against? The New York Knicks in the finals. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I'm not gonna hold you. The San Antonio Spurs, man. They got it for real. They got that. They got that dog in them. They got that dog in. They showed it in this series. They definitely showed it in this series because there was a couple times in this series that the fucking Thunder got their ass kicked by these boys. The Thunder just straight got their ass kicked by these fucking San Antonio Spurs. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man went 7 games, but damn, they got their ass kicked. They definitely did. In a lot of these fucking games, they got their ass kicked. Game 1, it was a close game. Game 2, like I said, the Thunder kicked their ass. Game 3, the fucking Spurs got their ass kicked. Game 4, the Spurs kicked their ass. What happened? Spurs kicked their ass. I'm making a video. Yeah, I almost finished though. Yeah, the Spurs kicked their ass. And then game 6, the Spurs kicked their ass. And then tonight, they kicked their ass. So I ain't gonna hold you. I feel like this is one of those type of times, one of those type of finals that not finals, but Western Conference Finals. I felt like the Spurs just had it more today. I ain't gonna lie, the Spurs had it more. They wanted it more. You know, they definitely wanted it more. And I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. It's just tough, man. It's tough. It's definitely tough. But let me talk about the Thunder, the losing team, real quick. So the losing team, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. I'm not gonna lie, Shai, you did not go outside. I'm gonna say this. You did not go outside in this game. But throughout the whole entire series, you was dog shit. Overall, you was dog shit throughout the series, man. And if anything, it's you're to blame. You are to blame why the Thunder is going home today. Because you had a shot of actually closing these boys out at least in 6 games, maybe 5. But y'all didn't play good basketball. I'm going to say it. The Thunder did not play good enough basketball in this series to close out the Spurs. They didn't dominate. I felt like the Thunder did not dominate this series. They didn't. They did not dominate it. They could have did way more better than this, man. And I ain't gonna lie, for these boys to go out sad. Well, yeah, they went out sad. Shai gave it his all, but I ain't gonna lie, you still went out sad because for y'all to choke in game 6, right, getting blown out, gave the Spurs life. Y'all sat there, come home, and y'all basically let the Spurs do what they want to do on y'all home floor. Cooking y'all, straight belt to ass, straight doing everything, and they cooked y'all tonight. They definitely filleted y'all asses. And I'm not gonna lie, for that reason, I think the San Antonio Spurs is the reason why they're the kings of the West right now. And ain't gonna hold you. Will the Thunder be back next year? Will the Thunder have a chance of winning the title next year? Possibility. But right now, I feel like teams is going to load up this offseason, and they definitely going to find ways to stop the Oklahoma City Thunder. They're going to find a way to keep that dynasty down. And I promise you, that Spurs team, it's going to be a tough outing. It's going to be tough for the Thunder to make the finals or at least get to the Western Conference next season. But for a whole, congratulations to the Spurs. Congratulations to Victor Wembanyama. Congratulations to the whole entire coaching staff. Congratulations to Mitchell Robinson. Whoever that, the coach, I'm Mitch Johnson, I think his name is. The coach. I ain't gonna lie, he's a good ass coach. He's the next coming of fucking Greg Popovich for sure. I think he's gonna have a Hall of Fame career, that coach is. And yeah, I fuck with the Spurs. I ain't gonna lie, I fuck with this team. This team has great, good killer instinct, and I fuck with it. So that's all I got. Leave a like below, comment, subscribe. I catch y'all boys in the next one. Peace out. You know who it is. It's King Trent TV.
Open their eyes, how they're hiding from the storm. Try to bet you on this hole, yeah.